And I am coming to you from beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And we are here doing the Facebook Live. I got my miracle. So I'm filling in for the beautiful, amazing Kim Terranova, who is not here this week, but she allowed me to fill in. And I am going to introduce you to my amazing new friend, Robin. Robin is from Indiana, so we are fellow Midwesterners. And so, Robin, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a miracle to be here.
A miracle
among
to
all
be
the other
here.
miracles.
Good. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Quick question. What brought you to Rythmia?
Oh wow. My entire life burned down. I mean, everything I cared about was taken away from me this year.
Okay.
Just a complete burn down. And when you get here, one of the first things they tell you is sometimes your life has to burn down in order to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And so it made me realize that it was all for a reason, that it opened the space up for me to come here and take care of myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I completely understand on a different level, on a different circumstance, but I completely understand. So good for you. So you came here not for 1 week, but 2 weeks.
I did. I originally booked for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
And then the closer the time got, I had to wait 2 months after I booked because I had to come off of medications and I had to taper, and it was pretty roller coaster getting off the meds and things like that. And the closer it got, the more I realized like 1 week wasn't enough. Like something in me just said, there's so much work to do and so much healing to do. And if you're going to do this right, just do it. Just spend the time and do it.
Beautiful.
And so I called Natalie back, who was the person who did my booking. I love Natalie. And I said, is there any way possible? Because the first week I was here was full and it was hard to get me in. And so I didn't know there was room in the second week. And I called her and I said, is there just any way possible? Is there room for me to stay?
Yeah.
And it didn't take like 10 minutes. And she called me back and said, not only is there room for you to stay, but you can stay in your same room.
Nice.
And so I was like, that's just awesome because I'll be comfortable and settled. Yeah. And I mean, from the other end of it now, it was absolutely the right thing to do. I think I would have went home from a 1 week and immediately booked to come back to say, now I have to finish the work. That was just the beginning.
Right.
And by staying for 2 weeks, I just got to do all of the hard work.
Right.
And, then when I come back now, it's like, oh, I have, more fun things to work on.
More fun. Right. Just the fun details.
Yeah.
I've been drinking medicine for a while now, and it's like, I'm an onion. I just peel a layer off every week a new layer comes off. That's beautiful.
I needed all the smelly layers off. Yeah.
Excellent. So I heard your story throughout the week, which is an amazing story. But in a nutshell, can you just kind of run us through, like,
sure.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Your story is amazing.
Well, and we were trying to count, like, how many miracles did I get? Because there's 3 different types of miracles, and then there's, subsets within it and everything. And I'm like, well, how many miracles did I get? And I just couldn't even count them all. Like every time I thought I got them, I'm like, oh, and then I forgave the unforgivable, and then I had a synchronous event, and then, there was things on top of it that just kept happening.
Yeah.
And so in a nutshell, my first week, I got off the van, went to orientation, went to breathwork, boom, got my first miracle in breathwork.
In breathwork
that night before any ayahuasca. And I was like, oh, piece of cake. This shit's going to be easy.
Why did I book 2 weeks? I don't even need 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was like, I got this. I'm going to plow through everything I need the first week. And next week, I'm going to get to work on this other stuff. And oh my gosh.
She had other plans?
Yes. So I went through the 4 nights of ayahuasca with no other miracles, just a lot of purging and a lot of anxiety and a lot of restlessness and, just some different experiences, but really nothing. And then everybody around me was getting new hearts and all these fantastic things were happening to them. And, I was the one walking into class on Saturday morning going, I didn't get it. Everybody else got it, but I didn't get it, and then, JJ's just
I love
an
JJ.
amazing human being, an
Yes, he
amazing
is.
soul, and he can
Mhm.
look at you and zone right in on what do you need. And
Yeah.
he just talked me through, you're going to get it, and you're going to breathwork tonight, and you're here for another week. Like, you have no stress. Maybe this all happened for a reason. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Would you really
Yeah.
think?
Right. I go to breathwork that night, and I have a fusion in my spine. And so I have like 3 titanium rods, and the floor was hurting my back. And I was like, but tonight I'm supposed to get it. I can't be in pain. It cannot be distracting me. And so I went up to the front, and I was like, is there anything that you can do for me to make me more comfortable? Because I'm in it to win it tonight. I need everything in place. And so they went and got me a mattress, and they set me all up, and I was super comfortable.
Nice.
And we started into the breath work, and then I got it. And in breath work, I got step number 2, and it was just fabulous. But I sobbed for so long and so hard. I was convincing myself that no one else in the room could possibly have gotten anything out of breath work because I'm being hysterical. And finally, Dawn, the healer, came over, and she put her hands on my head, and she started to soothe me and channel energy into me and talk me through breathing and everything and calming me down. And so she got me through all of that. And then the next night, boom, breath work, step 3 on Sunday night. So the Trinity, the 1, 2, and 3, all in breath work.
The 3 intentions that we encourage here.
That's right.
Rythmia.
Yes.
The show me who I've become, merge me back with my soul at all costs, and heal my heart.
Yeah.
You got in breath work.
Breath work. All 3 in breath work. And ayahuasca wasn't a bad experience. It was just that I wasn't getting the steps.
Right.
It just wasn't. And everybody else was getting them, But for me, then I was like feeling nothing but how fortunate am I got them in breath work, and I can take breath work home with me.
100%.
And so if that's what heals me, if I get all this from breath work, I just was convincing myself, I'm like, this is best case scenario. Like, this is so awesome. So go into Monday night ceremony again.
So
the second Monday night, nothing. And so again, nothing. And so at the end of it, I realized I was still pulling all the energy in from the room, and I was still I'm just such an empath that I was channeling everybody else's feelings, and I wasn't surrendering. I wasn't feeling my feelings. And so I went out to Grandfather Fire, and I said, please just take my hypervigilance. Just take it. I don't need it. I don't want it. Just take it away from me. And then the next night, all hell broke loose. I got everything.
Hell in a good way.
I got ego death. I got rebirth. I got show me who I've become. Show me who I need to be. I got forgive the unforgivable. Wow. The first night in breath work, when I got the first step, I also got change in perspective.
Oh, beautiful.
But I think had I not gotten that the first night, I was so locked down when I came here. Yeah. So unable to connect that had I not gotten that, I don't think it would have worked for me. Right? I think she knew, like, let's loosen this, she's locked up too tight. Let's loosen this up.
Beautiful.
And then, but getting that allowed me to then surrender to the process, to trust the process, and to just keep working the steps. And I'm just saying, go to all the classes. Yes. Swim in the pool. Do the mud bath. Yeah. I wasn't able to do the colonics. But what I really respected about that is when I went in to do the colonics, they took one look at me and they're like, are you feeling okay? Right. And I said, no, I'm really not feeling okay. And so they kind of assessed me, and they said, you're super dehydrated. This is not right for you right now. They gave me all kinds of electrolytes and sent me to bed rest for the day, which was perfect. And it really made me feel like they're not just pushing all these things on me. Like, they're truly paying attention to me and trying to take care of me and doing what's best for me. And so that further made me trust and surrender into the process. Beautiful. I mean, that everyone just had my best interest at heart.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. 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 My goodness. What would you tell to somebody who's thinking about coming to Rythmia? Like, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure it's for me. Right. What would you say to that person?
I mean, I can only speak to what it did for me,
Right.
but it's the most important thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
It
was
is.
me too.
It is absolutely, I needed this in ways I didn't even know I needed it. And I don't know that there's words.
Mhm.
I really don't. I just know that it gave me a life.
Yeah. When you felt like you were at the end.
I just felt like my life was about everyone else.
Oh,
And now I have my life.
yeah. And a beautiful life it is.
It is. And it taught me how important it is not to please everyone, that I just need to build such a beautiful life that everyone wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. You connect
Yeah,
with you, you be
that's
your
right.
authentic self, and
Yes.
you will find your people, or your people will
So
find you.
That's what I got in night 7 was
Mm.
freedom and authenticity.
Nice.
I know.
It's beautiful.
And that's, you can't ask for anymore.
No.
For 2 weeks, everything I got, I mean, I've spent my whole life in therapy, my whole life trying this modality, that modality.
Yep.
I played roller derby forever, just
You're
trying
a
to
rock star.
get it out of my system, all the things that I've done to try to figure out how to heal. And so the other thing I would tell people that are coming here is,
Look right into the camera and tell them.
I have always thought I knew what my story was.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought I knew what my core issue was.
Uh-huh.
And then you get here and they tell you, you may think you know why you came here, but it's not necessarily the case. And, I found that out really early in this adventure, that I had no idea what my core issue was. I had no idea what truly had caused my pain. But she told me, and then I could heal it. And so that was amazing to be able to go through that and say, I am not my story. And that wasn't even the right story. All
so
that
much truth
pain
in
over
that.
something that wasn't even the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't have the story right.
Right.
Even.
I didn't. I mean, because, they tell you, especially when you get it late like I did, that if it's pre-verbal trauma, if it's that early childhood trauma, it takes you a little bit longer to go through the process, to trust and surrender and everything. There's all kinds of reasons for that.
Sure.
But I always knew it was pre-verbal trauma. I just assumed the wrong thing about what the trauma was. But it's so healing to know and to be able to forgive.
Yeah.
And to process it.
Yeah.
Once you process it and all that cortisol lets out of your body, it took like 48 hours. I went through so much anger and so much pain for 2 days afterwards. But then once it finally released out of my body, like I felt like me.
Yeah.
Like the real me.
You found you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
beautiful.
What
did it take you to change your story? When you said it wasn't even the right story.
It was step number 2 when he'll merge me back with my soul at all costs.
Okay.
I learned what my split was.
Oh.
And it's not what I thought it was.
I had a similar
and
situation.
So it was a completely different story. Like I am the product of something I didn't even understand or know happened.
Right.
So yeah, it was such a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you learned to surrender.
Yes.
That something you didn't come into easily?
No. It was interesting because, there's all the people that come here. They're just amazing people that you meet here that you'll end up being friends with for life. Within days, they feel like they're your college roommates and that, you have that bond with them, that connection with them. But week 1 was really tough for me. People were connecting to me and really feeling like, oh my gosh, you're my soul sister and things, but I wasn't feeling that connection back. And I was like, that's one of the reasons I come here. I want to be able to connect. I want real love, authentic love, connections with people. And I, even like in the ceremonies, I was fighting it. I was fighting it. I was like, if I surrender all that pain, all of that anger, everything, I can't let go of it.
Right,
I
right.
can't let go. I can't let go. But eventually I let go.
Yep. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you are thinking about coming to Rhythmia, Robin has an amazing story, and it doesn't even stop here. Her story is so huge and amazing, and the things that she's going to do in this world will astound you. So keep an eye out for Robin, because she's a mover and a shaker, and she found her purpose while she was here, and she got full downloads on what's coming next. So
Yes.
stay tuned.
Yes. No
Keep
kidding.
an eye on this
It's
lady.
still coming. It's
Yep.
crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna be writing it down for weeks or months.
Yes, and I'm gonna keep tabs on you and make sure that I follow you through this process, because it's beautiful and it's changing the world, and you're gonna be a healer in a different way. And it's so beautiful. But so come join us at Rhythmia, and you can have mild life experiences, or you can have like really deep, heavy life experiences. It will still help you. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I look forward to you coming and joining us. So again, Sally Farnick at Rythmia Life Advancement Center with my beautiful friend Robin. And we're signing off, but thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Come see us. Ciao.